Hey everybody, it's me, Kendrick, your host and creator of Tales Yet Told. Happy finale day, everybody! We made it. Look at that. I do have a bit of important information for you though before we get just right on into the episode. And that is, if you haven't already listened to episode 4.5 of 2048 AM Voices in the Wood, titled A Message from the Voice of the Sublime, I highly go recommend you listen to that right now. Otherwise, what is happening in this episode might be a little confusing. There is basically a major event that happens in between episode 4 and episode 5 within the world of the Sublime that episode gives you some context to. So if you don't listen to that, some of this might be a little confusing, but you'll still probably be able to catch up pretty quick about the stakes here and everything like that. I just think it would be very helpful for you to understand the tone we are going for and the very pointed commentary that this episode is trying to get at. So go listen to that. Also, it has very important information about Tales Yet Told stand on the current genocide of the Palestinians at the hands of Israel and its Western allies, which does include the United States. So go listen to that. And as I stated in that, you can find links to resources to help better educate yourself and give you the tools to be able to find local organizers within your community and also organize yourself if that is a thing you so choose. So with that out of the way, here is episode 5, I'm Not Okay.
You're listening to a Tales Yet Told production. Viewer discretion is advised.
Voices in the Wood is an actual play series drawing inspiration from gothic fairy tales and 80s sci-fi action and horror films. As such, a list of content warnings, cast members, and music selection will all be made available in the description. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome back to 2048 AM Voices in the Wood. I am your host, Little Harry, and with me, as always, in the production department, studio, room, whatever, is Reggie and Donnie. Forgive me for the somber mood today. I think there is really no better way to. I think our usual enthusiasm would be maybe a bit rude in this moment. If you are unaware, yesterday in the town of Oak Creek, there was an incident that took the lives of many people. Um, or I say took the lives. They're. Uh, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not. This is. It's. No one really prepares you for this, right? No one really tells you how you should act um, when something like this happens, how you should go on about your life, as if I didn't just watch dozens of people get. I, sorry, I don't want to go into any of the details. That would be, that's not what this show is for. The show is for bringing a little bit of light into our world. And we definitely need that right now. So, uh, you know what? We're going to do what we always do. We're going to sit back, relax, spin the clock back a bit. And if this is your first time joining us here in the woods, let me give you the low down. Thanks to the genius mind of our producer, Maggie Bly, we are bringing you jams beamed down from just outside this humble little county of ours, from the world out there, where all those people come from, where a lot of you come from. So if there is a song that you would like to hear, um,
Either something that you remember from all the way back then, or maybe a new song that someone told you about. Let us know. You can call us here at 931 218 6631. That's 931 218 6631. You can also call if you just need to talk, you know. So that is that. Let's start off with something that I was thinking about last night before I went to bed. The song was just kind of playing in my head, and I don't know. I just feel the need to share it with you right now. So, this is "Make It Easy" by We Are the Union.
I've been thinking about your taxidermy dreams, conjured future memories of you and me. I've been thinking about your taxidermy dreams, conjured future memories of you and me between the evergreens. What would you do if you knew? I think your cold-hearted act is cute, and I wanna drive west and kiss you. I can't speak and I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you love me, make it easy. I've been thinking about a silver screen love, just a super cut of us in faded colors like Wes Anderson on painted porcelain. Traded drags outside the melody. Hey, your friends asked if we were on a date. You said ask me again in a decade. I can't speak and I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you love me, make it easy. I can't speak and I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you want me, make it easy. Tell me that you love me, oh. 'Cause in my heart it's the day I met you, and it's butterflies at the bottom, and in my mind you dream about me too. Backs on the hood, staring back at the stars, in heaven with you, in heaven with you. I can't speak and I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you love me, make it easy. I can't speak and I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you want me, make it easy. Tell me that you need me, oh.
And that was "Make It Easy" by We Are the Union. We have our first caller here. Oh, welcome to 2048 AM, Voices in the Wood. You are on with Little Harry.
Hello, little Harry. How are you, dear? It's Latrice. I don't know if you remember
Oh,
me.
I was about to say, I thought that voice sounded familiar. How are you, Miss Latrice?
Oh, I'm about how everyone else is doing around here.
Yeah.
Taking things one moment at a time, as you can imagine. Given my profession, which I am a therapist, as I mentioned before, it's been
Yeah.
rough. It's been a bit rough, but we're getting by. This has been a nice reprieve.
Yeah. I can only imagine, right? Uh, things have been hard around here the past day, and I, I mean, I can only like I mean, you get to see, what a lot of people's worries and anxieties are around all of this. How do you help them manage?
Hmm. You have to be a source of hope. And quite frankly, that's what I've tried to do all my life is be a source of hope. As long as people have hope, no matter how things go, how bad things can get, I feel you can find something to hold on to, whether it helps you keep going or helps you sit still a little while. But
Yeah.
that's what I focused on because, as you can imagine, I've been quite busy.
Yes. Yes. I can. I imagine there were a lot of last minute sessions.
Yes, there were. And I'm not in my usual setting. I have my office that has all my good teas and my weights. My best weights are over there. And I've been taking everything from home because, right now you just don't know. So,
Yeah. It is probably safer inside for a while. But I think that despite all of that, despite all of how scary things are out there right now, we life moves on. You know, got it. The show goes on. We still do this. You still do work. There's something to hold on to in that. I think.
I would have to agree. That's what I've been telling people. You got to hold on to that and hold on to each other. And that is, you know, in times like these, the thing that's going to help best is community and sticking together and helping one
Yes.
another.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that you doing this is really helping with that.
Thank you.
Of course, baby, and of course. You provide something new, something that people, something that reminds people rather that life goes on until it don't. And while it's going on, we might as well enjoy the more pleasant things.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. I Sorry, sorry. I had a question that I was going to ask, but I don't necessarily know if this is the space to ask it. Right. Um. Um.
But
So
go ahead.
instead, well,
You can ask. I don't mind. I'm a open book. It's part of my profession. Well, unless it's other people's books, I keep those quite closed.
yeah. I um those things
Mm.
that they're saying, the things that were like mixing up with people,
Hmm.
changing them. Um. I always heard, that the people that do change, they have that voice, that they're like it's like they're talking to someone, right? Um,
Yes.
and we always just said that it was like nothing, right? But do you do you have any advice for anyone who might be hearing those kinds of voices right now?
Mm. You know, as someone in my profession, you are sort of expected to have all the answers. And that is not what I do. I do not give people the answers, I help them find their own. So, while I can't really say specifically what that could be like, I will say that maybe that part about community I mentioned, maybe get some
Yeah.
other voices in your head. Call someone, maybe someone you haven't talked to in a while, someone who's still around. Be honest with each other. Tell each other how you feel. Tell each other you're scared. Because sometimes it helps just to know you're not alone. Especially if the only other thing that you think is around you is that voice. And I'd say in my professional opinion, but this is just a Latrice opinion. That is how I would proceed.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Is there any song that I can play for you today?
Oh, goodness. There is. I had something that I thought might be a bit nice. It's by Hip No Sister, and it's called Reverie. It just felt fitting.
Okay. All right. Let's. Reggie, if you can hook me up. Yes. All right. There we go. All right. Miss Latrice, I got this for you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, Harry.
All right. This is Reverie by Hip No Sister.
In my state of mind, I'll cherish what we had. Don't take my time, it's all that I have left. Could it be what you're asking for was just never found? Never found. A simple beat to break out your feet. Our marigold hearts light up with our fear. I'm pushing waves and jumping sound to your ears. So let them hear. I'm flying tonight, away from all this mess. You're taking the stress of mistakes made in the past. But you see, there's no need to bring back every thought that I had. Wondering what's head for me, oh no. Now I'm starting to drag myself back down to the ground. Starting over again. A simple beat to break out your feet. Our marigold hearts light up with our fear. I'm pushing waves and jumping sound to your ears. Please let them hear. caring makes me think that you don't wanna care about yourself, just only want others to be up while you're down. So maybe turn it around. I'm sorry, but you can be such a mess. You treat yourself like a pest. A pest. Why do you think of yourself like this? I wanna know so bad. Why do you think of yourself like this? And on and on and on around we go. And on and on and on around we go. And on and on and on around we go. A message made to sound kinda sweet. A melody cannot stand in defeat. I'm pushing vibes, I hope you feel in your sleep. Don't let them sing. Don't let them sing. Just let them sing. I don't like what I become. Constantly got my eye on my buns. Always wanna make 2 out of 1. And I don't like it. Ever since I was young, always swore I didn't care about funds. I trade every dime and dollar for friends, loving drugs. I just wanna rock out and have fun. But I'm told you need these funds if you wanna rock out or have fun. If you don't trade cash to corporate greedy gas, you won't ever get the van to run. know it sucks, but there's so much I've gotta do if I'm gonna build the life that I want to. If we're gonna rock and roll this thing through, we've gotta turn some ones into two.
And that was Funds by Batty. I played that song primarily because I think that I'm done being sad, at least for right now. I think I felt those feelings. I felt them. I've moved through them, and now we can keep it rolling. You know, um, things aren't great. I'm not going to lie to myself, right? I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself and say, "Oh, everything's fine." Not everything's fine, but I think in this moment, I'm ready to feel something different. I'm ready to start turning some of these ones into twos. And you know what? If this is going to be the show that I'm doing right now, then I'm going to do it with everything I got. And so, yeah, I appreciate you, Latrice, and I hope that everyone listening to the show, if you need some support right now, therapy, a good option. It is. It is. I probably should start looking into it myself. But you know what? We're not thinking about that right now. Right now, I'm thinking about a song I'm going to play for all of you, something that makes me feel kind of cool, sitting back with my friends, talk of the town, and that's Weekend at Bernie's by the Thirsty Guys.
I got a couple things that I would like to say, man. Some people placing bets without a fucking pay plan. Some people bashing checks, I don't know what to say, man. So let's assess the situation on our own hands. No cash here,
And that was Weekend at Bernie's by the Thirsty Guys. I'm feeling better already. And you know what? I hope our next caller's feeling a little bit better today because of our show, too. Hello, you are on 2048 AM, Voices in the Wood with Little Harry. How's it going?
Hi, it's Maisie Hinkle from the Sublime Theater House. It's nice to talk to you
Oh,
again.
yes. Hi, Maisie. Nice to talk with you as well. What's on your mind?
Well, first of all, I was listening the whole time, and I think Miss Latrice gave a lot of great advice, and and you seem and you sound like you're feeling better, and I hope you are.
I believe I am. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Good. And she said something else that I think is very important too. That
Mhm.
in times like these, community is important, and looking for those things to look forward to is important. I'm here again. I know I'm back up on my soapbox, uh, but I am here again to talk about the upcoming production of Foes in the Forest, the annual production at the Sublime Theater House. Um, we are still in production. We are very much looking forward to bringing you a show that we all can enjoy together, that supports the stranger's values and guidance in this time of need. Uh, with that being said, we do have a few updates, if I may present them to listeners out there.
Yeah. Go for it. You're already on.
I'm already on. I can't believe I'm doing this to you again. I'm sorry.
No, it's hey, what better to take our mind off of things than the arts?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yes. So casting and the roles have changed a bit. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Usually, we have our two leads that are wandering through the forest, resisting temptations from rebels and dark forces and things like that to follow the stranger's path. Those roles have been changed just a bit. Usually, it is two adults portraying those roles, but we will be having two explicitly named characters for the first time. We are
Oh,
looking for our first, we are casting. We are looking for a young girl, roughly ages 7 to 9, probably would work as long as you're on the shorter side, and her name will be the character's name is Dorothy. And then
okay.
we will be looking for a secondary role, teenage girl, a little rough around the edges, and her name will be Dakota. And both are roles that are going to call for a lot from those actors that turn out. So please be ready to give it your best. We will be recasting the Viper in the Grass. I know that's a famous role that everybody looks forward
Yeah.
to. This one, we've recasted it to the dastardly weasel. It's scary. Ooh.
Uh, can I ask why this? Sorry, this just it kind of feels out of left field a little. The it
Yeah, I
it feels a
know.
little
It's
strange.
I totally understand that. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you know what? Like I've said before, the stranger brings inspiration where you least expect it, and has been talking to me, and we've heard things around, and these names and these characters now just call to him more than the past characters did, and who am I to say no? You know what I mean? So we will be casting for Dorothy, Dakota, and Walter, the
The
dastardly
weasel.
weasel. Yes. Um, Also, procedures for the theater have changed a little bit as well. Have you ever been?
I
You've
I
you
mean, yeah,
uh,
yeah. I
you've
went
seen the
last
show.
year. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen the
you've
show
seen the
before.
show.
Yeah.
Um, so it'll be a little bit different. Given recent events, um, we will be doing um, security checks at the door. There will be ushers on hand to make sure everybody is who they say they are. um, and oh, have you seen our black turtles that we have in the Sublime? Who hasn't? Honestly,
Yeah.
who'd have thunk? They're actually super good at sniffing out these changelings.
Is that what they're called?
That's what I'm hearing so far.
Oh,
Um,
okay, that's good. Hey, dude, for everyone listening, we have a name
we have a
for,
method for
and also a
for
method. No, that's
sniffing
actually
them
that's
out.
okay. Hey, if everybody start getting turtles, I guess that's
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm glad that there are steps being taken. That's awesome.
Yes. So if you are who you say you are, you will enjoy a beautiful, safe night at the Sublime Theater House. Not a care in the world. Come be with your community and just take joy in a story we've always known with a few extra changes for a little extra spice.
A little extra spice. Hey, that's the spice of life, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Thank you, Maisie.
You're welcome, Harry.
Is there a song I can play for you?
Um, yes, honestly, I would love to hear Cairo by Marcellus, please.
Yeah. Sorry, that's yeah, I can do that. It wasn't what I was expecting. Uh, yeah, I can do that for you.
It's a year of the unexpected. Thank you.
You're really unexpected for sure. Thanks for calling, Maisie. Can't wait to watch the show.
Can't wait to see you there.
Typically, I'd offer my entire self, but I've learned that stoves stay hot right after they burn you. I'd forget what lessons I learned with my body, but it's only a vessel. But in doing so, I deny that it's what holds me the tightest in my temporary aliveness. Typically, I'd offer my entire body, but what's left now but the remains of something failed and restarted over and over. Typically, I'd offer everything, but my nothings are ever so valuable.
I cracked my spine on the edges of father's armchair. Pop a verse and electricity shoots up my vertebrae, vertically emptying hella signals into my center destination. Temper flames, my nerves run on empty. Chocolate poon inside beneath my words, cuddling my diaphragm. Heard a word from higher than the highest man. Split a feather, lick it, ink it, and commitment made to get the space behind my ears. A little weather, feelings printed before I celebrate my big day back break. Shaking my magic 8 like my future ain't set in sand. Revelations though I have read, scripture says I shall be a Genesis. Spoken bluntly, I am believed present, so there I am in the present tense. Presidents confirmed by the number of presidents offered by hour. Altered is my vision by harsh sun and unpredictable Texas showers. You're overrated, never, but overwhelmed by lack of power. Decent man, I aim to be, but how to muster courage when caution feeds the inner coward. If not fulfilled, then will we have fables? Flipping pages and sat with myself, generating a projection of what I could be. I must grow faster. I have evolved past beneath the self. If I saw God today, you know what I would ask her? Got the number for a decent chiropractor? Or something like that. I don't know. I check it. Talk a lot, sometimes I do my best to express, but I don't talk a lot unless I'm pressed and bottled. Shake me up and I'll project many intense emotion on the comedy encounter problems, beliefs, energy, not so bubbly but causing the commotion. Solutions, nobody got them. Instead we get intuition, quick Google to me, I got hypertension. Joints stiff from extra stress, unimpressed by developed debts, more interested in throwing money in my depression. Lick ain't feel that whole week, something of a start, but not too much and I get nervous. Shrooms, I gave it a shot in the aftermath, had me realign the kickback seaside. I see what ice could not, but I describe this revelation, I decide what to do with it. I don't talk a lot, but that's just because of hesitation. I know that now, I'm tired of waiting. I don't talk a lot, but I got shit worth saying. I'ma say it. I crack my spine on the edges of mother's memories. Pop a painkiller and a melatonin, then orient my vertebrae horizontally. Emptying hella signals via my practice. Meditation, temper flames and nerves on empty. Charcoal pooling inside beneath my words. cuddling my diaphragm. Heard a word from the lips of a woman who's fallen lower than I can imagine. She said, I don't, but I could break yours for free if release is what you're after. I'll correct mine, I'll correct mine, I'll correct mine. Decent man, ain't it deep? 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 Decent man, decent man, decent man, decent man, decent man, ain't it deep? But how the mustard courage when caution, decent man, ain't it deep? How the mustard courage when caution, fees in a coward. If not for fear the move, we had fables flipping pages inside myself, generating a projection what I could be. I must grow, I must grow, I must grow fast. I must grow, I must grow. I crack my spine on the edges of father's armchair. Pop a verse and electricity shoots up my vertebrae, vertically emptying out the signals into my center destination. Tepid flames and my nerves run on empty.
And that was Drive Home, Trapped in Traffic by Jade Weapon, a song that really just lets you just dial in, just focus, keep moving forward, just sometimes you just need really loud boops and beeps to just erase the rest of it. Yeah, I guess if any of you are interested in trying out for the roles of Dorothy, Dakota, and Walter the Weasel, you can head on over to the Sublime Theater House and get to perform in what at least was a iconic show and see what weird changes is about to happen to that, I guess. You know what? I think this is a great time for us to take a bit of a break and listen to some ads, perhaps, because those still happen despite everything that's happening. I guess we still need to pay back in some way, shape, or form. So let's head on over to those.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. And yeah, I thank you all so much for listening to this episode of 2048 AM Voices in the Wood. And by this episode, I mean it's our finale. We made it all the way here. Thank you all so much for being with us here on this ride. It's been a very good experience. Yeah, I don't I don't really know what to say other than that. Don't forget that you can find every single person who helped make this episode possible, all the cast members and music selections in the description for this episode. And yeah, you could go get our merch over at merchyetsold.shop. Our discount code Lil Harry, that's all caps LILHARRY, will get you 15% off and order $25 or more. So you can go and, help support us after all of this. It's been a wild ride, huh? Oh, don't forget, you can also follow us on all social media at Tales Yet Told. You can find us everywhere that matters. If you go to that social media and you can't find us, well, I'm sorry to tell you. I guess it doesn't matter. But of course, does any social media matter? They all kind of suck. Sorry. It's just, it's been a wild ride. I guess some of Lil Harry's seeping in, but maybe he's always been there. As I said at the top of episode 4.5, you can find links to various resources to help get yourself informed about the genocide happening in Gaza to the Palestinians, some resources on crowdfunding pages for many Sudanese people who are currently also enduring their own genocide as well. And then you can also find information about Big Bad Boycott, organizing a boycott directed at Big Bad Con 2024. You can find all of the reasonings and so on and so forth in the description. And that's all I got for you today, gang. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this episode. So I'll send you right back on to Lil Harry. Bye. And welcome back, everybody, to 2048 AM Voices in the Wood. I am your host, Lil Harry, and I hope you were fine during that ad break. Necessary evils, I suppose. But we are back and we are ready to listen to some more music that will get us moving through this day. Because ain't that just what we need? And it's I'm not going to pretend like things aren't bad. It's sad, but just because something is sad, just because our day is bad, doesn't mean that we can't smile every now and then. So I think a song that helps remind me of that is 9010 by the Missouri Surf Club. It's a song that, despite its more dour lyrics, I guess, it's actually kind of uplifting in some ways. So let's put it on 9010 by Missouri Surf Club.
Do you remember when we dug my grave together? I've seen Polaroids from that funeral party without me. Now the earth's off your hands, so it's mine to bear. And it seems only fair that you've got room to spare for a couple lines about me. I'll keep throwing rocks at the window of a room that is a black hole. And when you leave, I'll chase a shadow. Don't worry, I'm not gonna let you go. You know me, I'm never gonna leave it alone. Do you remember when we dug my grave together? because I've got to know if we share the load, why can't we share the blame? I know they say I should be proud, I know that I should shut my mouth. There's gotta be someone to wait it out. It's just execution for a hungry crowd, but who knew that it would never slow me down? My last words were, at least it was him who ended me. My last words were, what a beautiful death he's given me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm 3 inches away from breaking through the ground, and even though I take it 60-40, sort of feels like 90-10 when I'm watching the sun melt claim you, and I'm still here with the same thing to complain about, stuck in my brain, haunting me like all my other mistakes, and I've got nothing better to do than make art from pain, pretend that no one knows that I'm never gonna let you go, even though this has become a ghost town. We're all ghosts now, with nothing left to show. The thought that you say you so, I'll follow you right back home until the sun sets. And even then, when you're gone, the sunset's gonna stretch a shadow from the west coast as far as it'll go, giving me just enough for you to grab hold of. I miss your bones, but I'll be right back here when you miss the cold. Well, I've been dragging your bones from coast to coast, so just take me or leave me. I've been dragging your bones from coast to coast, so just take me from sea to shining sea.
And that was 1910 by Missouri Surf Club. See, wasn't that perfectly macabre, but in the most lighthearted way? Yeah. All right, I think we got another caller. They're waving me down from the window. So, hello there, caller. You are on Voices in the Wood.
Come on,
2040.
pick up the phone.
Hey, this is Lil Harry of Voices in the Woods. Who's calling?
You're safe.
Yeah,
You're good.
hello? Who? Yes. Yeah, I'm good. This is Lil Harry. Who's this?
Lone Wolf.
Oh, uh, Officer Park. Happy to have you on. You okay?
When was the last time I called in? 2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah. Officer Park, are you okay?
That conversation that we had felt like it was just... It could have been an hour ago. It could have been a week ago.
Hey, Officer Park. Are you? You sound distressed.
You remember when I said we were just gonna keep partying? We were just gonna keep the night going.
Yeah, I remember that.
I go home. I get maybe 15 minutes of sleep before they call everyone down to the train.
Oh,
I've been up, Harry,
since yesterday.
since even before that. And I saw...
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really even think that you would be out there.
I wasn't supposed to be.
Oh my.
But you know, duty calls, and when they need everyone, every hand, every gun down there, they are gonna remind you of who you are. And I tried writing down whatever I could, just a little bit of it, just something to corroborate with anybody else to see what was going on. And they're saying things, and everyone scattered all over the place, and there were people at the time changing, people in my department changing. But you're okay.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Officer Parker, you okay?
Did you see what it looked like when they put themselves into people?
Yes, I saw the news footage. God, I'm so sorry.
Up close, the details on some of the people, they almost indistinguishable, identical even. They looked like people in town for some reason, and I told you about my sister.
Yeah.
Big brown eyes and always in some kind of professional coat situation, and beautiful young woman ripped somebody's throat out.
I'm I'm so sorry. It's horrible.
And I didn't want to call like this. I didn't want it to just be you. Who knows what you must have been through, what your folks must have been
No,
through too.
no, I'm okay. No, I'm fine.
I had to know. I had to know you were okay.
I'm okay. I think there's I I haven't seen any pictures or footage of anyone I know yet. Um, but I'm they look so much like people. uh, and they did. I don't know how anyone could do that. Why anyone would do that?
And they're already saying some shit. Saying it's the people living on the outskirts.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing as well. They're apparently calling those things changelings or something. I don't know. There was a caller earlier that said it.
Demons is what they are. We saw those people come out of the church. There wasn't anybody coming in from out of town. It was bright and early in the morning, and I've never had a doubt about what I was. Well, no, I've had plenty of doubts about what I was doing, but I never had any doubt about who I was or who any of my family is or the people around us. But then in the faces of everyone we have ever known, who let something like this happen? What?
I don't know. It feels too cruel to be. They're saying it's people from the outskirts, but like, why? Because they're changing. That's not this kind. It's doesn't feel right.
After I, maybe for the first time in a couple years, I asked some questions. And when I told them on the morning, I said, it's not my day, it's not my time. And they said, it's an emergency, shut the fuck up and buck up. And as soon as I asked a question a couple hours into the day, after everything anyway, they told me to go home. So now I'm here in my home, shaking my leg up and down. And I haven't slept. And I can't access call because no one picks up.
I think you should get some sleep, Officer Park. Thank you for calling, for checking in. I'm glad that you're okay. I yeah, I think you should get some sleep. Is there a song I can play for you right now? Something that'll help you take your mind off things, help you relax.
My sister has this band that she likes. The vocalist is young, and I didn't really understand it before. But the words this time, the song's called Asphyxia, I think. Do you know the band?
Hypnosister, I think. It's table talk. Let me. Yeah. Asphyxia by Hypnosister.
Can you play that
Okay.
song?
Yeah, I can do that for you. Stay safe, Officer Park.
I hope I see you soon, Harry.
You too.
I hope so.
This is Asphyxia by Hypnosister.
Another day goes by, I've always stopped to wonder why you didn't finish what you started. But even then, would you change a thing? Oh, how you beckoned me, then turn the other cheek. Right now I just wonder what, I just wonder what will tomorrow bring? Won't you stay one more beat, stay right in front of me? If I'm alone, there's no telling what will ever become of me. Pretend you never left, eventually forget to breathe. Oh, it's too much, I think I'm going under. Losing your touch hurts more than anything that I've known. You sing to me and I don't know better. You make it hard to breathe. It's so damn hard to breathe. Oh, it's so hard. Another year goes by, I've always stopped to wonder why you didn't finish what you started. Should I change something? I'm tired of what I deserve. Before I breathe my final word, I just wonder what, I just wonder what will you think, what will you fear, what will you see, what will you hear when you're alone and I'm still here? Why am I still here? Oh, it's too much, I think I'm going under. Losing your touch hurts more than anything that I've known. You sing to me and I don't know better. You make it hard. Can I let you go? Find your way back home
Did you finally get that tattoo on your arm to show what we've been through? I still don't know if I should be with you, but maybe I'll wake up in another life where we have a kid and I call you my wife, and we just laugh under a perfect sky, and nothing's wrong, but it just still ain't right. And will I ever feel this sinking in? Or will it always stay above the skin? Like this tattoo I got that's blistering, it won't scrub off with soap or glycerin. And I'm on my knees for the 10th time this week. Is this anxiety or lack of sleep? I just can't find the medicine I need. But if I could find some medicine just to stop the constant spiraling, get me back up on my feet again, I tell you how the hell I've always been. So how are you? Did you finally get that tattoo? One on your arm to show what we've been through. I still don't know if I should be with you. And I'm on my knees for the 10th time this week. Is this anxiety or lack of sleep? I just can't find the medicine I need.
And that was Medicine by Shift Meal, a song that doesn't ever fail to help get out some emotions I need to get out. So that's why we listen to it, and that's why we're here. So listen to the next thing. Everyone, please make sure during this time period that you are checking in on your friends and loved ones, as Miss Latrice said before. We all have to be in this together. So, if you knew people in Oak Creek or even around, maybe it's a good time to check in and make sure that they are okay. And you might have to be a little persistent because people might not be answering phones right now. But if you can find a way to get in contact with them, I would suggest doing so. Yeah. Yeah, all right, I'm feeling it. All right, let's start rolling this towards the end, everybody. All right. And in order to do that, we're going to need to be strong. We're going to need to be tough. We're going to need to dig our heels into the ground and maybe feel just a little bit more powerful than we do right now. So here is Fool Me Once by Nightlife.
Your door again, pay a bit of lip service, take a breath and draw me in. Couple hours in the morning, I get a sense sense of deja vu. Can't you see it before me? Endless nights I would try to rewind to a time when you would hold me tight, but it faded like the stars in your eyes. No matter how hard I try, I can't find you. And I've been fighting for your heart, but I always lose. I lost myself chasing what I knew. And I know it's not enough to promise you that I could be like someone else. Move on. When I try, I always hurt myself for so long. I've been silent, hiding how I felt. Too far gone is a feeling that I know too well. Oh, how long will you keep me under your spell? 'Cause I've been fighting for your heart, but I know I always lose. I lost myself chasing what I knew, but I know it's not enough to promise you that I could be like someone else. I've been feeling a type of way, running out of words to say. I don't know how to leave things up to their fate. 'Cause if I leave it all alone, and let my heart to know the weight is so much, I don't know if I'll ever let go.
And that was Fool Me Once by Nightlife. Yeah. All right, we're going to get into our final caller here at Voices in the Woods. So let's hear it. Reggie, okay. Hello, you are on Voices in the Woods with Lil Harry. How can I, who's calling today? Sorry.
Hello, 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 hello,
Hello?
hello.
Hello, hello. Oh, this feels familiar.
Hi. Oh, goodness.
Hi.
You would think it would have been easier the second time, but of course not. Of course not. Ha! That's little Harry, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're talking to the one and only.
Yeah, you are talking to the one and only Lil Harry. Jenna? Is that not Jenna?
That's an approximation that I think works for the purpose of a call like
Okay.
this. That's good. Good job.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Wow,
you.
it's so good to hear you. It's always nice to hear a familiar voice, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Are you okay?
No, no, I'm not. I guess I'm not. No, I'm not okay. But like, who would be okay right now? You know, like it's yeah.
That's exactly what I would say, and that's exactly what we would say. And that's, I think, a very measured and rational response to this, where people aren't really doing that, right? So,
No,
yeah.
Jenna.
You
I'm
remember our
remembering.
last call. Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
I remember our last call, and I do remember you saying something about a train.
I
And
got the
that,
time wrong.
yeah. Did you know that was going to happen?
I understand in the way that a root system can understand when there's a chain of things going wrong. I think this was probably the best way to put it into words. The hardest thing about this is putting it into words that aren't just 1,000 voices. Do you know how many insects have died in this tree?
No, I don't.
You know, I thought about it because you gave me a lot to think about. Uh, After the first call, you probably thought it was a prank until
I
today.
did. I did. Yes.
So I don't know if I can talk about myself in a way that anyone would understand. I don't think that's the purpose here. There's something that's wrong, and talking about it is great. But
I mean,
you've
what is talking about it going to do? You know, like I just what you want me to sit here talk about my feelings all like these people aren't here for that. They're here to listen to music. I can't just moan about my problems. Life is I wasn't even there. I wasn't even there. Like why am I going to like sit here and talk about how sad and like upset and like anxious and like scared? I'm not there, you know? Like I wasn't in Oak Creek. Like I wasn't affected. People I know weren't affected. So like why should people have to hear me complain about it, you know?
Why do you put collars on in the first place?
I mean, it's what you do in a radio show.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
you've kept to that structure very accordingly. Though I would say I'm a bit of a fan. I think you've been entertaining a lot more than just song requests. You could cut people off anytime you like. And I
yeah.
think the thing about a tragedy is that it's not going to be self contained in a community like this, especially. So you're allowed to care, even if you didn't know those people.
Just I don't know. I don't want to make it about me. I just
What?
you
You're
know.
big, hairy. You're little hairy, but I always thought of you as you're a bit of a big guy, aren't you? At
Yeah,
your ripe old age, you're not old, but you're not young. So,
yeah. My dad's a big hairy. I'm just low hairy, you know,
mm,
in his shadow.
and maybe you'll grow up and take his place if that's what you want.
It's what he wants for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Look, my and like this this thing doesn't feel as important, you know? Like I or not like I like there are so many people hurting right now. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I came in. I'm doing the show right now. We're almost done. And then I
We're
can go
almost
home,
done.
and then
Do you get graded for this?
I will eventually if they don't just kick me out.
Hmm. I consider the part that you're in control of to be very good, though. I don't think you needed me to tell you that. I think it would have been true regardless. The alternative is silence, you know?
Is there anything wrong with that?
Hmm, there's a lot that's wrong with it. Nobody talks about how much it hurts. Our bones weren't meant to do the things that they did to people and that they're doing to people. Our nerves weren't meant to crush in the way they did. Our skeletons weren't meant to come out or dissolve or transform. And we're just supposed to roll with it because it's magical. But we also didn't talk about it because it was supposed to happen to bad people, right?
Yeah.
So violence normalizes it. I could have told you to pronounce my name correctly, and we could have sat in that tension. But I have a million names, and that tension would stretch to infinity, and it would have been a grand exercise in learning compassion. Any of that would be preferable to silence. But when you're being watched all the time, that's the sign of someone who's well behaved, right?
I don't. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Uh. Yeah. I. I.
You don't think you're doing enough here?
I don't know if I should be doing anything.
Mm. What if it's just us, like talking to us
Me
Me.
and us
and also me.
and, whoever else could be listening?
I'd say no one else is listening, but I know that's not true.
There's been a variety of callers, to put it mildly, right? I still can't explain with science how I could catch the radio waves. But it's something like magic, right? Like,
As far as I know, I don't know how waves work. People listen, and people call in, but more people listen than call in, I would imagine.
people treat that technology as if you pluck it from a tree and it's handed to you. But isn't it magical that I could be outside of the sublime for all you know, and I'm talking to you because some vibrations in the air deemed it so, and someone else is listening because some vibrations in the air deemed it so.
You got a real strange way of thinking for what I understand to be bugs inside of a tree.
That is the reduction. I think at first we were a tick and a possum, and we were supposed to be together forever, but possums eat ticks. That's the thing about them. Possums are very underrated creatures.
Yeah.
But I think being alone and not having anyone else's opinions in here has made me strange, and that's okay. That's why it's nice to talk.
Uh, as someone who's changed before, and maybe many times, I I can only assume that yours was a lot slower than how it happened to everyone else yesterday.
Hmm,
Was it scary?
of course it was. I think maybe even talking about it makes it less scary as I remember.
And as I remember.
And as we remember. But our names didn't even matter. But I think we made a promise. The possum doesn't eat the tick. And we find somewhere, as if we could ever get to the border in time. And being together definitely made the change faster. That's for sure. But the worst thing is definitely how quick everyone is to drop you, how immediate the label changes everything. And then, it's only a matter of time, but it was slow and then it was fast. Like once you start shrinking, less things need to change. And then we went into the tree because there wasn't always a hole in the tree, but I think that time or that night there just happened to be, and we possums not the best, not the most efficient hunters, not the most voracious animals. They're very lovely, though, but wasn't going to make it. But I'm not going to really go on about dying once. I can understand you are not a stranger to having someone die on you in a call.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't important, I wouldn't be doing this because you've heard of the tree if you haven't seen the tree.
And in Oak Creek?
Yeah, the big one in Oak Creek where I said I was calling, but really it was a Vine network on some abandoned payphone station just outside of town. Yes, that tree.
I guess that would maybe explain some things.
You haven't heard about it?
I mean, no, I wait, heard about the tree? Yes, I've heard about the tree.
Hmm.
Or
The church and the tree.
the church and the tree? Yeah, well, I heard that the church, I what happened to the church? I heard about that. Did something happen to the tree?
I'm dying.
Uh,
If you could describe me as a column of cellulose holding up autumnal leaves of many shades that are rapidly turning red right now, then yes, I'm dying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I don't even know. I guess that's just what.
It is the reality, isn't it? It doesn't really feel like dying in the first time that happened, if you would believe it. Like you can think about being small like a child. You can think about that. But imagine yourself smaller. Smaller still. Like a small bird.
Like a small bird. Like a little baby bird.
Like a round one. Think about holding it.
Okay.
Think about being held.
Okay.
That hand can crush you.
But it doesn't have to.
But that's the stranger. That's the. It's not the price. Every healing transaction has a price. But I thought the role to play was very clear. I was content with coming back wrong. And now he's just gonna put me back into the ground after all this effort, all this pain and suffering of hundreds of individuals, only to find out that maybe bringing us back wasn't worth it because he worked so hard. I'm not talking to you, Harry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is a lot for one pair of shoulders to bear. And I want to imagine it's not just you hearing it.
I don't think it is.
I couldn't even get a coffin in the state that I'm in right now.
Do they
Imagine
make coffins big enough for a tree?
Nah, but you can imagine, maybe in the border cities they have coffins small enough for people that change.
Maybe. I would hope.
I would like to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a strange request that just came up inside of us right now.
Yeah. What's the request?
The musical request is gonna come. I feel like I've been proselytizing a bit.
You know, you're okay. I think I needed to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You understand things will get a little harder from here on out.
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of people, I think, and they're convinced that their loneliness and fear are the most special things about them, which is true but arrogant. It's something that everyone feels, so how can you be alone in it? We can share it.
Yeah,
Harry, I just want to say you're doing a really good job.
thank you. I would say your name, but I know I would mispronounce it because you didn't tell me the right way to do so.
It's strange when it's an amalgamation. But from the amount of intellectuals who have died in this tree, it is an approximation of heaven where I was, Jenna. I think we just want to let you know that you are touching more lives, whether or not you think you're talking to us as real people or code in a script or, wherever the radio waves may take
Wherever
us.
the radio waves go.
I do like that part of magic being science,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you've done also well to entertain so many people, some of them who know that they're dying and some of them who don't. So I will say, after listening to this show, that I've had a fondness for the band that's been having songs requested recently.
Okay.
Wasn't on the jukebox when we were in the diner very often. If you could believe it, the artist is Hypnosister, and the song is Hypnotist.
Understood. Yeah, I can do that for you.
You want to know why I picked it?
Why?
One of us, David, went to see them live, and he hung up the dream of wanting to be a singer, if you could believe it. He had beautiful pipes. But he always liked the range of the lead artist, and even if it wasn't technical, I liked listening to him. And I also like listening to him. There was a lot to entertain in this tree with hundreds of voices with nowhere to go. So in a way, it was a very strange microcosm of voices in the tree, in the wood. So, I hope that the music moves you beyond just talking. Don't get me wrong, Harry, talking is great. I'm expending so much energy here because I want to.
Sometimes you got to do more than talk, I guess.
That's it. You are so very bright. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna. I think I got it right that time. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Or an approximation of it. This is Hypnotist by Hypnosister.
Why don't you think before you speak? How quickly you kill the mystique. If only there was a way to change that. Look in your eyes, let me put you in a deep sleep. Open your mind, focus on me. You are my own to hypnotize. With the snap of my fingers, I'll count to 3. Then in an instant you'll say something about me. No matter how hard you try, you can't conceal how you feel. Is it really real? Saying you love me, this didn't turn out the way it if that'd be wrong or right, but there's something about you. Deep down, I think I'm scared to say that I feel the exact same way. Maybe it's best that I pretend that this just never happened. I'll snap again and you'll forget, but I don't wanna do that yet. I'm not sure if that'd be wrong or right, but there's something about you. Deep down, I think I'm scared to say that I feel the exact same way. Maybe it's best that I pretend that this just never happened. With the snap of my fingers, I'll count to 3. Then in an instant, you'll say something else about me. No matter how hard you try, you can't conceal how you feel. Is it really real? Saying you love me. This didn't turn out the way it needed to be. I failed to foresee that you've already
And that was sold by good looking friends. I am not okay. Not right now. And that's okay. Um, I think I and a lot of people have a lot to process right now. And I don't know if we're going to be okay. I don't know if we're going to be okay for a while. Um, but for the moment, I've got this. I have all of you. And you all also have me. And we will get through this together. And we are going to go home, see our families, our loved ones, our friends, can hug them, care for them in the ways that we know how. And we will go to bed and we will wake up tomorrow. And that cycle will continue for as long as life will let us. And we are only able to do that because we do care for each other. And we do have things like this to keep us all connected. And as always, thank you all so much for listening to 2048 AM Voices in the Wood. I've been your host, Lil Harry, backed by the Wolf Pack as always. Reggie and Donnie, let them hear ya. And thank you all so much for listening. We'll be here tomorrow. And don't forget that even though a tree may fall in the woods and there is no one there to hear it, it still does make a sound. Maybe someone will hear it eventually. Good night, everybody.